My name is Venexiana Stevenson. I know, it sounds like I made it up, but it's my real name, I swear. Mind you, my word isn't worth much. I'm an adventuress. Adventure is a matter much too serious to be left to men, unlike war. Today is November 11th, 1918, Armistice Day. France and her allies won, Germany lost. There are only survivors left in Europe. As for Corto, I wonder who he's fighting for. Surely not for himself. I'm not sure he fought in the war. Maybe he did in his own way. A free spirit. A gentleman of fortune. Corto, a hopeless romantic. We parted in Venice, too quickly for my liking. Why must it always end with bullets between us? I must admit it's in my blood. A former lover of mine, a jeweler from Paris, used to say my motto was, love you, kill you. He was right. May he rest in peace. But who knows what handsome Corto had in store for me, had it not been for that providential airplane. On my way out of Venice, during my strategic retreat, I flew over the lagoon, then over the Piave front. 8 divisions, French and English, were preparing to relieve the Italian forces. There, on October 24th, 1917, the Battle of Caporetto would take place, and although the Italians tend to think they won the war, they have yet to recover from their humiliating defeat against the Austrians. Apparently Corto was there too, well in the vicinity, on a boat a few miles from the shore. From what I heard, on December 21st, 1917, of course, Corto was in England, at Stonehenge, on Salisbury Plain, southwest of London. It's a prehistoric site. At night, sorcerers practice ancient rites, and in the summer, hundreds of druids gather for the solstice ceremony. Enough to put me off altogether. As for Corto, I don't know what he was doing there. I never found anyone who could enlighten me on that point. To a policeman who questioned him, he allegedly said, I was sleeping, dreaming maybe, which in my view suggests either romance or espionage. In the spring of 1918, during the last year of the war, Corto was in France between Corbie and Bray. There in Vaux-sur-Somme, on April 21st, the German pilot Manfred von Richthofen, the famous Red Baron, was shot down. I'd met him back when I lived in Graz in Austria. He used to spend his summers there. He'd walk his Great Dane and I my greyhound. I knew he wasn't indifferent to me. I perturbed him. But he was wary of me. Manfred lived either with his mother or his plane.
Here's the piece of skin the Indians ripped off our fellow monk's back. Have a look at it. On this parchment, a Portuguese prisoner drew the map of the 6 golden cities of Cibola. The legendary El Dorado. Very few people know of these cities, and fewer still know that this map was ever drawn up. What was that? An airplane. It flies over here almost every night.
An Austrian plane. He flies very low. They just need a gun to hit him from the roof.
The young lady who lives there has no gun. She's in a wheelchair. She just sits by her window for hours. She plays the harp and sings sweet and melancholy tunes. That's why people around here call her the angel at the east window. She lives with 2 maids and a gardener. It was he who brought her here the other day. She too wanted to see the map. The map of the 6 cities of Cibola.
An angel, maybe, but she defies military law by leaving a light on. Anyway, it's none of my business. Gentlemen, here's my humble offering for St. Francis and St. Dominic. You said that 6 cities were drawn on the monk's back. But I know there are 7 of them.
In the Upper Maranon, some converted Hebrews stayed in the missions with the Jesuits. They kept a record of life at the mission. Go and see Melchizedek in the old ghetto.
Melchizedek? You mean Steiner's friend?
You're far too curious. It could be your undoing. Here comes Brother Mark. Come back in a few days, Corto. I'll have the map copied for you.
That's interesting. Over there. That man has a strange way of rowing.
Scarso! 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 Bring the Sfoggio to Corto Maltese.
Scarso, what do you know about this angel at the east window?
Well, it seems she's a young lady from an old family. She sings and reads at night. What do you want to know for?
Oh, I was just thinking. I went by her house last night.
Better think about that delicious forgio we made for you.
Ah, you noticed too.
Noticed what?
Allow me to introduce myself. Antonio Sorrentino, captain of the Carabinieri.
Corto Maltese.
May I? The light at the angel's window with enemy planes flying back and forth, you find it odd too.
Oh, I don't find. I just seek.
It was strongly suggested to me that taking action would not be very healthy, so I turn a blind eye for now. Thank you. This angel of ours has her own guardian angel, whose voice, although not as sweet, is heard in high places.
These things happen.
You're not from Venice, are you, Mr. Maltese?
Unfortunately, no.
May I ask you why you're here?
Unfortunately, no. But rest assured, my business has nothing to do with angels or with war.
I'm glad to hear it. I'd be sorry if it did.
Would you follow me all the way to hell, Sorrentino?
I hope I don't have to go that far, but then again, I am a sociable person.
And suspicious, too.
I've got time on my hands, that's all. I'll stop at Jambara's for a while. You'll find me here or at the launch after your visit to old Melchizedek.
Ah, so you know where I'm going. Hello. Steiner sent me. I'm looking for Dr. Melchizedek.
So you must be... Of course, Corto Maltese. Follow me. My name is Esther. Esther Melchizedek. Grandpa? Grandpa! Corto Maltese is here.
Come over here, young man. Steiner often mentioned you in his letters.
So you know of my interest in the 7 cities of Cibola.
Yes, and for that you must go to the monastery of St. Francis in the desert.
I've been there. I found information on 6 of the cities, but nothing on the 7th.
Please, Esther, would you go and make us some tea? San Reis. That's the name of the 7th city.
San Reis.
Well, according to the journal kept by Eliphas Gomara, the Maran from Peru traveling with Juan Salinas de Loyola in 1560.
Where is the journal?
Strangely enough, a few days ago, someone came to me with the same request. A young Venetian aristocrat in a wheelchair. She had a beauty mark just beneath one eye, but I can't remember which eye it was. Here, oh my God! The page is gone! It's been torn out! It was that woman, that...
Grandpa, the planes! They're bombing us! They'll kill us! What shall we do? Look!
Calm down, dear, calm down. No one would ever bomb Venice. No one would dare.
I'd better be on my way now, Melchizedek.
I'm sorry to see you go, Corto. Farewell and good luck. Remember, you'll always be welcome here.
Goodbye, Corto. Goodbye.
It's about time.
I got lost.
Let's go back to Malamocco, but the long way round. I'd like to see if the angel left her light on tonight. Did you see that? I think he dropped something. Look, not a single light on. Angel, my eye! You just wait till I clip your wings! I can't get up, Captain. I can't move. It's there again! I'll get you. was hounding us. He didn't want witnesses. The message he dropped must be important.
The light's back on.
If I weren't injured, I'd go into that house right now.
Okay, Sorrentino, I get the point. I'll go. The water's shallow. With a bit of luck, I'll be able to walk to that damn house. So much for not getting involved in this war.
Calm down, sir. We are grown-ups now. We are too old to be scared of puppets, aren't we? It belongs to my uncle, Count Cozzi. He owns the last vaudeville theater. Sadly, all the others disappeared. Who are you? And how did you get in here?
We were attacked by an Austrian plane. My companions are dead. The plane went down too. I came here for help.
Please do come up, sir. You must come up to me, since I obviously can't come down to you.
So it's you, the angel at the east window.
A pretty name, isn't it? But I didn't choose it.
The Franciscans told me about you.
And what did they say?
Exactly the same thing as old Melchizedek. That you're interested in El Dorado.
Well, that makes two of us, then. Frankly, the story of El Dorado is more exciting than this bickering about borders, which has been going on since the assassination in Sarajevo. Do you like this piece by Benedetto Marcello?
Veneziana. Veneziana Stevens.
You recognized me.
It was the beauty mark beneath the eye.
You remembered it.
Some encounters are hard to forget. I thought you died back in Honduras.
Well, honestly, do I look dead to you, De Ritter?
They shot down my brother. According to the message he sent me, everything was ready. The safe conducts were waiting for us in Trieste.
Sorry, I didn't mean to kill your brother or defy your country.
We never intended to kill you either, Corto. As for the war, we're just profiting from it.
What shall we do with him, Veneziana?
Get rid of him. Or we'll bump into him again around El Dorado.
Don't move! The Venetians will be disappointed their angel was just an adventuress who meddled with spies.
Run, Veneziana!
Go, Veneziana! Hurry! Don't let her get away! After her, Corto!
I've never seen anyone stopping a plane with a handgun.
But it could kill the pilot.
I helped you, Sorrentino. Spare me your lectures.
Let's go see the commander.
You can count me out.
You deserve a decoration.
I don't want any medals or honors, you hear me? I just want someone to take me to St. Francis in the desert.
May the gold of El Dorado be cursed forever, and may those who come near it burn in hell. Well, except for you, Corto Maltese.
Franciscans don't curse, Serafino.
Have you heard the latest news? Remember the sweet young lady in a wheelchair who used to come here to study? Turns out she was a spy.
Are you sure?
Everyone is talking about it in Venice this morning. She came here only out of self-interest.
Just like me, Brother Serafino.
Look at you, Corto. Come, I've had a copy of the map made for you.
Before this rotten war, the pilot was a customer of mine, related to the family of the Counts of Aguilea. Neither Austrian nor Italian. Can't believe it's my friend Sorrentino who took him down with a machine gun.
You're very well informed, Snake Eyes.
I'm a gondolier. My father was a gondolier. And in this job, keeping up with the news is as important as operating the oar.
Can we get my stuff in Malamocco and be back in Piazza San Marco by 7?
No problem. I'm the best gondolier in Venice.
Are you sure you want to leave tonight?
I'm not sure I want to, but I certainly have to. The city's beautiful. Too beautiful. It might cast its spell on me. I'd become lazy and die.
Our enemies might achieve that result much quicker. They leave us no choice.
We always have a choice.
Maybe you're right in leaving this city, Corto. It's true, all my friends are lazy. Here.
The green, the red, the yellow, the blue, the white, and the black all met at Vascon's, the Sol of Toledo, to meet with their leader. What's this, a riddle?
No, you keep it. It was with Veneziana's affairs. Where are you off to, Toledo?
Toledo? I don't think so.
I do hope we'll meet again after the war.
Me too.
But let's just say farewell for now, Corto. It's much safer. Goodbyes can be bad luck. Farewell, then.
Farewell, Sartino.
Nice house, isn't it? Belongs to a young lady, a cripple. I heard she shot down 4 or 5 Austrian planes single-handedly. Some spies were involved, along with a captain of the Carabinieri. Well, very odd story, anyway.
Very odd indeed. A crippled girl shooting down 5 or 6 Austrian planes with a slingshot.
Hold on, I said 4 or 5, and I never talked about a slingshot.
Yes, a slingshot. Swiss-made, placed on the roof of the palace. With that, she... Hey, come back.
Hello? Dragoner 15 calling. Lieutenant Boroyevich? I see enemy troops moving their Sette Cassoni. Position 715 to 719.
715, 719? Very odd. All troops should have left that zone. Sette Cassoni was evacuated 2 days ago.
That's right. I checked the area yesterday. It was empty. The 4th Uhlans unit should be on the way there.
T-I-N-T-O-R-E-T-T and O.
Tintoretto. Perfect. Never thought that painter would ever mean so much to me. All's going according to plan. The Italians have left the area. The Austrians haven't arrived yet. We're safe. I'm rather partial to the Impressionists myself. What about you, Claude?
T-I-N-T-O.
Good. That's the signal. Our Austrian friend did his bit. It's our turn now.
Did you decipher the message, Ernest Way? I did. That's your signal at last.
E-T-T-O. Tintoretto. Can't find it on our code list. What does it mean?
He was a 16th century painter of the Venetian school.
So what? Dragoner 15. Dragoner 15, come in. Dragoner 15. What do you mean by Tintoretto?
My telephone wasn't working correctly. The message was Caporetto, not Tintoretto.
And what about Caporetto? I still don't understand.
For a brief minute, the telephone was cut off, and so I used the mirror. I thought that I had seen an Italian plane that was heading in the direction of Caporetto.
Why aren't you bombing the area between the positions I gave you? There are Italians out there.
Dragoner 15. I'll pass it on to the artillery unit immediately.
They'll open fire.
I can't believe this. Bombing an empty area.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
I can't either, but we ought to tell them that because of their little stunt, we can't take Sette Cassoni. Go! On the double! Let's see if the pirate was right.
The Uhlans have sent word that the bombing at coordinates 715 and 719 are preventing them from getting to Sette Cassoni. There isn't a single Italian in sight.
So, Ober-Lieutenant Radetzky is either a fool or he's a traitor. But what justifies betrayal? It's always self-interest. So I wonder, who's this Radetzky?
He comes from an old aristocratic family. Yes, a very old family. Why?
After this war, which we will lose, yes, Boroyevich, which we will lose, after the war, aristocrats may find themselves in a tricky situation. And if, unlike most aristocrats, this one has an ounce of sense in him, he may have decided to save his skin before it's too late.
You really think so?
Let's make him land, but without arousing his suspicion.
We're here at last. Oh, just as the pirate said. The gold of the King of Montenegro. This is worth millions and millions of pounds.
After the invasion by the Austro-Hungarian army, the king fled and decided his gold would be safer in Italy, except that the Austrians advanced in Italy beyond Sette Cassoni, and no one could get to the gold.
Who told you where it was?
One of the Montenegrin Republicans. Now that the king has been overthrown, the Republicans want the gold back, so they offered me half of it to retrieve it for them.
Let's keep it all.
Forget it, Donatus.
You're too honest for a pirate. Time for an ouzo.
Ah, that's the best idea you've had all day.
The rain's getting heavier. It's perfect. That way no one will see us.
And it will remind us of our bonnie Scotland.
Quite right, Jonathan. Let's get cracking before the French get here. Bloody hell. Unexpected guests. A squad of Uhlans. We'll take shelter in there. Dismount! Take cover!
He cut himself loose. The wind will take him over enemy lines. Your friend Radetzky seems to have concocted a rather cunning plan.
He's not my friend.
Call the air unit. Tell them I want my plane ready to go. I'll deal personally with his lordship.
Maybe they are crazy, but they're the best men for the job. That pirate knows what he's doing. Do you like Turner's paintings?
As I said, I'm not big on that art stuff.
Well, what we see here looks a bit like a Turner landscape.
Greetings, Belfort. Greetings, Claude. Glad to see you.
Have you found it?
Yes, at the very spot the pirate had indicated, under the tiles of the sacristy.
So all went according to plan.
Yes, apart from a squad of Uhlans which came down on us. But we haven't heard from them in quite a while.
We came down on them, rather, and they won't be asking for more.
How many crates?
As many as we could ever dream of. Millions of gold ingots, bearing the seal of the King of Montenegro.
I never thought I'd take part in such a great military operation.
The day isn't over yet. The pirate's waiting.
It's all loaded. Let's go.
The area seems clear of enemy patrols. Keep your fingers crossed.
Look, Gustav, those wretched Scots. They're finally off.
Why do you always have to be so negative, Conrad? The way I see it, we drove those Scots away. We want Sette Cassone back. And now, if you will, and if God is willing, let's go inside the church. We'll find candles to wax our mustaches.
Radetzky isn't your usual aristocrat. He's a decent guy who got sick of sausages, of Strauss waltzes, and of the frivolity of his social set. He wants to buy a hacienda in Argentina. I hope he succeeds.
How did you contact him? Don't tell me you crossed Italian lines every time you had to speak to him.
Of course not. All I had to do was to stay put. Every other day, a village on the border would change sides. One day Austrian, one day Italian, depending on the troops advancing or retreating.
It's true. Lately, this war has been nothing but that.
In one of those villages, they make an excellent wine. That's where I met Radetzky and all the others. Smart people who couldn't care less about this war.
Get this message to the West Prussian battery, on the double.
This crowd's born under a lucky star. And we just missed our chance to get our hands on his share.
Sammy, he put his life on the line, much more than we did. Let's go get him.
You talk about him as if he was family. We'd have been better off if he'd snubbed it. Let's be honest here. God, you never used to be so touchy. You've changed, and it's ever since you met that pirate guy. You should have stayed in Mestre, writing baloney for the papers.
Shut up, okay?
This message is for you.
See ya.
I'm alive! Alive!
You did good, Radetzky.
Alive! Alive!
Alive and kicking. Roasted, but nevertheless alive.
I can't hear you, my friend. I don't hear a thing. My ears hurt. Ah! I can't hear. I think I've gone deaf.
Hey!
Let me get your hand. That's just my luck. Honestly, if it was raining tomato soup, I'd be holding a
For
fork.
Pete's sake, Sammy, shut up.
Lieutenant, they managed to escape aboard an ambulance.
In an ambulance, you say? In my zone? All right, thanks, over and out.
You know, with my share, I'll buy a fleet of fishing boats.
And then?
Then I'll buy myself a big fleet of oil tankers. And you?
I have lots of friends. I'll spend the money with the lads and the ladies. That is, if this ridiculous war permits.
Can you believe this rain?
Welcome to sunny Italy. But it's better that way. At least the beach won't be too crowded.
Oh, I like a spot of rain myself.
I don't mind it either.
Listen up.
Earnest way.
Belfond, as elegant as ever.
The gold. Have you got it?
Yes, we got it all right. It's the greatest military operation of the entire war. Well, at least that I've had anything to do with.
Same here.
I'm sorry, but I can't hear a thing.
Radetzky, you did a great job. What matters is that you're alive.
Now let's wait for the pirate.
Corto, they're here. I've lowered the rowboat. They'll be on board in half an hour.
Well, now I can finally tell you, Onatus. This plan was totally ridiculous.
On the right, an Italian outpost. Marines from the San Marco Regiment, and on the left we have an Austrian regiment.
So nice to have company.
Look, they seem to have spotted something out on the sea.
They're bound to be Austrians.
Call headquarters. The Allied troops are attacking us. Get down!
The Austrians are attacking from the sea. Sammy, are you hurt? How do you feel?
How do you expect me to feel? I feel just as fresh as a daisy.
Get in! All the boats on board!
Battalions, open barrage fire! The enemy has launched an offensive. Call the artillery!
Sir, I don't think it's more than a few bullets flying around.
Bullets flying round? What do you mean, bullets flying round? We must attack! Counter-attack! The Austrians shall not pass! Fire at will!
What kind of boat is this? A paddle boat would be faster.
The Greeks never could build a decent boat.
Italian staff headquarters.
I wasn't expecting an enemy attack on that front. But we have no choice. Do we, gentlemen? Bombard the entire Coare sector.
Welcome on board, my friends. Let us drink a toast to the gentleman of fortune of the world. So, is your book finished yet, Ernest Way?
Almost.
What are you going to call it?
Farewell to the battalion.
Ah, good title for a war book. As agreed, half the treasure is yours. You'll divide it equally between you once you reach Toledo.
You're not coming?
No, I'm not coming. Give my share to the lady who owns the Gitanillo Inn near the synagogue. The House of El Greco. Now, gentlemen, let's go before someone spoils our party.
Come on. Are you going to appear or what?
After you, Oberon.
If you wish. What are you doing? Take your real form.
What is my real form? I can't remember.
Enough flippancy, Puck. Our land is in jeopardy.
Oh dear. What's the trouble now in the fair land of Albion?
Germans. They have arrived in Tintagel.
So what? This is no concern of ours.
Don't you get it, you scatterbrain? The Germans will bring their nixes, their dragons, and their Nibelungen. Elves and fairies of England cannot just sit there.
Lorelei, siren of the Rhine. I hear she's ravishing.
Enough.
Morgan Le Fay.
Nixes and Nibelungen. Nothing but brutes and oppressors. I can't stand them.
All of us must have a meeting. Brownies, bogies, leprechauns, pukas, and corrigans. All united against the Saxons, like 15 centuries ago.
It won't be easy. Many of us are sleeping. But someone will help.
Oh, yes?
Our wise Merlin.
Merlin Mearden, come out of thy slumber, Mearden. Merlin Mearden, we need your help.
Dares disturb my dreams? Who has the impudence? Alas, Oberon, have you no respect for my sorrow?
Your sorrow is nothing compared to the perils threatening England right now.
The Saxons. They're back.
In that case, we need another King Arthur. And new knights of the Round Table. We need Roman allies and a large army.
The Romans left over 10 centuries ago. Now our allies are the Americans.
Which is good, too.
You, Morgana. You know where Arthur rests. Summon him. Awaken him.
Sadly, it is too early. He must sleep for a few centuries still.
What's that? A fairy tale?
Of course. What else could it be? But that German submarine, on the other hand, is real.
We do need help.
Let's think.
We can find a soldier.
Soldiers stay in their barracks, their bellies full of beer. There is no one. Absolutely no one.
And over there, that sailor who slumbers, or who dreams, perchance.
He dreams with his eyes open. Those who dream that way are dangerous because they cannot tell when their dream has ended.
Well, we have little choice. Wake him up, Puck.
Wake up, Corto Maltese.
Good day, pretty raven. I'm stiff all over. Good thing you woke me up. I'd have frozen to death. What was I thinking? Have I lost my mind? What's your name, pretty raven?
My name's Puck, and also Robin Goodfellow.
I have lost my mind. I'm chatting to ravens now. Must be time to quit the booze. Goodbye.
Wait!
What happened? Did the gun go off by accident?
No, I tried to shoot myself, but I was too much of a coward, as I've always been. I'm sorry to drag you into this, sailor.
Is there anything I can do?
Sadly, not much can be done. I've made serious mistakes, including being in love with my wife. For her, I betrayed my country and dishonored my name.
Why are you telling me all this?
Who knows? Maybe because I'm dying. Maybe because I need to make amends. My wife, Rowena, she's beautiful. And dangerous, too. She's a German spy. You must tell the army.
Hang on. I'll go get some help.
No, go to Tintagel, quickly. You must go to Tintagel before it's too late. I beg you, please. Will you please help me to restore my honor? I feel so soiled.
Don't move, sailor.
He's dead. Vortigern Welsh, Major in the Duke of Cornwall's Light Infantry Regiment.
You've got some explaining to do.
This has nothing to do with me.
Hey!
This fog is so thick, it's starting to clear. I can just make out the coast. Soon, we'll see the castle. There. It's her. Get the dinghy.
Rowena.
How's Mom?
Still busy with her geraniums, and Father's devising an intravenous syringe for canaries. And oh yes, he's rereading Schiller.
Romantic as ever. God, how I miss Germany.
That ship is the Allies' staff headquarters. We're lucky they chose this spot. The War Cabinet followed Vortigern's advice.
We're hoping to sink it during their meeting tonight. An easy target.
Good work, Rowena. By order of the Kaiser, I have the honor to award you the Iron Cross with oak leaves, swords, and diamonds.
How silly of me. I'm being so emotional. After this is over, we've got to deal with Vortigern.
Why? Money is no longer enough?
He started to drink. He talks. He's dangerous. He betrayed his country for money. He could well betray us to clear his name. Go now. I'll leave, but only when I'm done with Vortigern.
The brass has arrived. Heading 256. Steady as she goes.
Ahoy there! There's a German submarine around to deal with. Anyone here?
Load tubes, 1 and 3.
1 and 3 loaded.
Sir, there's a tugboat headed straight for us.
Hello, anyone down there?
No need to shout, Corto. We're here.
Gunners, prepare to fire.
Tell me, Grandpa, shouldn't you retire?
Mind your own business.
Fire! Fire!
We're hit! The boat's on fire!
Oh well,
The boat's on fire!
it's time to face the music and dance.
He's coming down us! Fire! Quick! Look, Captain, it's a submarine. They're firing at a tugboat. The German submarine. Way anchor! I've never seen anything like it. The devils are coming straight at us. Time! Immediately! I don't believe it. They sacrificed themselves for us. Pull harder, men. I see one. Faster, for God's sake. Hold on, my friend.
There was an old sailor and a young lady on board.
There were no other survivors, sir. I'm sorry.
Yes, an old man and a girl.
My humble respects, Leader Rowena. Here's the sailor who saved the naval staff.
My congratulations, sir. You are a true hero.
Your husband was right. You're a good liar. I'm impressed.
But what do you mean?
Frankly, I don't really know. Today, things seem to be moving a bit fast. I wake up frozen in Stonehenge. I find your husband, who's just shot himself in the heart. The fog comes down, and here I am in Tintagel, facing a German submarine and a pal of Mata Hari's. I have the feeling this raven doesn't like you too much.
A curse on you. You must be sent by the devil.
You really should learn to use a knife.
Who are you?
This court, having found the accused, Lady Rowena Welsh, guilty of espionage and high treason, hereby sentences her to death. The sentence will be carried out immediately.
Forgive me, gentlemen. I wanted to look my best for the firing squad. Just a moment, Sergeant. I'd like a word with this sailor.
You have caused the death of my 2 brothers and my own downfall, but I forgive you. Here as a token of my admiration. Farewell. Perhaps you'll think of me sometimes.
That you again, Raven?
Who'd you expect, sailor?
For a bird, you sure are fresh.
Captain, the Admiral asked me to present you with the Conspicuous Gallantry Medal. You'll be glad to know that this medal comes with a prize in money.
Glad isn't exactly the word. With all these medals, I'll end up looking like a Christmas tree. Ah, and here comes the fog again.
Yes.
Well, will you materialize? I did not summon you to remain standing here like a bereft bride at the altar.
Patience, Oberon. Not everyone is a colonel driven around by a chauffeur.
You did good work. And the sailor?
He's asleep.
Good. Now that we have driven the Saxons out, we should have nothing to worry about for at least 20 years.
20 years isn't long, and we may not always have a King Arthur or a Corto Maltese to protect our land.
Don't be so gloomy. Our world will never die. As long as there are dreamers in either part of Brittany, we shall live.
That, Morgana, is the most beautiful thing that I've ever heard. It was good to fight and win together, but once again we must part, my friend. Farewell.
Farewell, Oberon. And don't drag me away from my sleep again.
Farewell, Merlin. Return to your melancholy dreams. What are you holding in your nimble hands?
The medals. They slipped from his pocket.
Puck, will you ever stop thieving? Mind you, it's better that way. He shall have no evidence of all this. For him, it will just be one more fairy tale. Farewell, then. Farewell, Puck. Enjoy the spring.
Wake up, Corto Maltese.
Good day, pretty Raven. I'm stiff all over. Good thing you woke me up. I'd have frozen to death. Why in the world did I fall asleep here? What's your name, pretty Raven?
My name is Puck, and Robin Goodfellow.
Strange. I get this feeling of déjà vu. But it was a dream, of course.
Of course.
Look, my friend, I have nothing against ravens, but I can't walk around with you all day. What will people say?
Corto! Did I hear you right? What do we care what people say? Lawrence. Maybe he was related to that writer who eloped with Aunt Frida. Oh, I hate the English with their writers who steal women. I hope this lieutenant was related to the writer. That would restore the honor of our family, at least in part. I wonder what Aunt Frida saw in him that made her abandon her children and husband. But although I hate to admit it, he's not a bad writer.
Mademoiselle from Armentières, parlez-vous? Mademoiselle from Armentières, parlez-vous? Blow your nose and dry your tears. We'll be back in a couple of years. Inky dinky, parlez-vous?
I love that song, Captain Metro Goldenmeyer. Please talk to me some more about Hollywood.
With such personality and good looks, you'd be a sensation.
That wretched American is taking my beloved away. My heart is broken. What shall I do? What else can I do but die?
This legend is amazing. It's so topical.
Yes, but unexpected this side of the channel.
See that? It's Guinmer.
Yes, I do remember.
The French aviator. He looks pompous.
Well, I admire him. Why are you smirking like that? He's a hero.
I spoke to Rothschild. He'd rather you stop flying, just for a while.
I don't need a nanny.
Well, that's what I told him. I promised I'd try.
He's a stubborn young man.
He's a young man.
Too young. Much too young. When this war is over, which will be soon, Kane will be useful to his country, more so than a commemorative plaque. A superior Burgundy, Côte de Nuit, 1911. For Bordeaux, come to the chateau. You must.
Thank you, Rothschild. I'll save these two for a special occasion. Hopefully it won't be for a young man's funeral.
Don't you worry. For Kane, I'll think of something.
So, you're off?
Yes, in the morning. I'm going south, near the Australian trenches. I bumped into an old friend.
Oh? Pandora's engaged. She was in love with you. She wouldn't say so, but she spent way too much time on the dunes of Cape Cod watching the sea.
Oh, yes? Who's she engaged to?
Oh, the usual moron. Total bore. You should have written to her. Huh. Actually, I could never really understand what she saw in you. I guess it must have been the earring. Anyway, gotta go.
Can't you open those bottles?
No, I'm saving them for a special occasion.
I'll give you 100 special occasions.
I said no. Drink your rot gut and leave my Burgundy alone.
Hey, you hear that?
He's flying low. It was the Red Baron.
Was it? Van Richthofen?
80 planes he hit. He should be ashamed.
Maybe that's why he's red.
Well, I wish we'd had a machine gun.
A machine gun? I'll show you.
Huh?
Oh! Ow! We need you drunk, remember? I told you never to be sober.
God, what a foul temper you have, Sandy. I'm surprised your men haven't kicked your butt yet.
Wipe the smirk off, Corto. I was already sick of it in the Canberra jail. So today...
Oh, I'm really scared.
Tanked up, he'd have taken him down, no trouble. Clem is the best shot in the whole Aussie army when he's drunk, but when he's sober, he's absolutely useless. If only you'd open your blasted Côte de Nuit, the Red Baron would be history.
Just forget about my wine.
Tell me, aren't you hot in that fur coat? You look like a grizzly bear in the outback.
Are we jealous, young man?
Hey, he's back! Over there! Run!
You sausage eater! You beer guzzler!
Australians drink beer too, Sandy. No need to fly off the handle. I'm not getting my wine.
You're getting stingy in your old age. You never used to be like that.
Hello, Moritz. Has Reinhardt been tormenting you again?
It's been quite the opposite.
He's just eaten my brand new trousers just at the backside. And otherwise, any news?
What news could there be, Manfred? Dozens of young men die every day, depriving their country of their intelligence, their beauty, and their strength. Actually, there is some news. Headquarters is pleased with you. They even have a surprise for you. They've set up a telephone connection with your family.
Mother? Hello. Oh, hi, Dad. Yes, I'm fine. Can I speak to Mom, please? Mother. Guess what? I've hit 2 more English planes. 2 more plates for our collection. One was called Lawrence, maybe a relation of the writer who seduced Frida. I hope so. Moritz is fine. Yes, me too. I'm doing fine. Sure, Mother. No, wait. We'll hang up on 3, all right? 1, 2, 3. Take care, Mother. My mother says hello, Reinhard.
That's very kind of her. Look, the weather's clearing up.
Hey, Corto, you thought you were gonna guzzle your wine on the sly?
You get the hell out of here.
Don't yell at him. I'm the one who gave him your wine. Now better let him concentrate.
Heaven's sake, where is he? Where's he gone?
Turning around.
Give me the gun. Just so we can be sure it's loaded. There you go, William Tell.
There he is!
Where? I don't see anything.
Straight ahead, you moron! Come on, shoot!
I suggest you keep your tall tales for your twilight years.
Ready? Fire at will! But it's impossible. Clem has never missed before.
You should tell him the plane's gone.
I'll be damned. He's asleep, standing up like a horse. Wake up, you bastard.
That's the best war story I ever heard.
Corto, will you shut up?
Cool off. Go and take a piss in the wind, why don't you? It'll clear your head.
The Red Baron is dead!
His plane is riddled with bullets, but only one hit him. Single bullet.
Hey, sailor, look. The Red Baron's cross. 5 quid as a souvenir.
Sorry, I stopped collecting stamps a while ago.
Lying there, he doesn't look that mean. What do you say?
What do you want me to say? He chose to do this job, and he was good at it. It was destined to end that way.
Here comes the top brass. They're all going to want to take credit for the Baron's death.
You know, Sandy, I detest professional heroism.
The Germans. They want to keep us away from the plane.
The truck's been hit.
Clem! Clem! It's all my fault. We were going to become partners. Set up a sheep farm together. Clem's really amazing with animals. Or rather, he was.
Don't blame yourself, Sandy. That's what war's all about. It's disgusting. It's unfair. You can't help it.
Come on, off you go.
Another Kraut. I'm sure that Clem would have shot him down as well.
You really think it was Clem who hit him?
You heard what the sergeant said. A single bullet. The Baron was killed thanks to Clem, and thanks to your Côte de Nuit.
If you say so. Anyway, my neck's all stiff from watching the clouds. Because when you think about this whole business, that's all I've done.